Don't DM us on Twitter.
Yeah, don't DM us on Twitter.
Yo. Yeah, don't DM us on Twitter, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to Red Top Report. I'm your host, Ronan Torrance, and I'm filling in for Joe Enders today because he's got a little cold, so you can pray for him. Got Max Douglas on, Church Militan's head of marketing, all right?
What's going on,
Max.
guys?
Yeah.
What's up, Ronan? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're talking about AI, and we're talking about Twitter. So Elon Musk was just on Tucker Carlson, got interviewed by Tucker Carlson recently, and they had a lot to say about it.
The degree to which various government agencies had effectively had full access to everything that was going on Twitter blew my mind. I was not aware of that.
Would that include people's DMs?
Yes.
Dude.
That's insane.
So government agencies have access to people's DMs.
Yeah.
Or at least they did.
I wonder if the feds are just like going through and looking through a bunch of like Zoomers, Catholic Zoomer, Tradcaths, Twitter accounts and looking through the messages and be like,
these guys seem to be pretty, a little too base. This seems racist to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that, well, and I think later in the interview, he talks about adding encryption, which who was the founder before, or who was the CEO before Elon Musk? Why did they not have that?
Yeah, why was encryption not a thing before? And now he says it is going to be. And I mean, Elon's pretty good about it too. He said, if they put it's going to be encrypted to the point where they put a gun to Elon's head and say, hey, give us the messages. I can't do it.
I wonder if he would actually do that though. I mean, he kind of positions himself as like a free speech warrior, but it's like, are you really going to die? Are you really going to put your life on the line so some like dorky kid can just kind of go on Twitter and like sound off? Anyway, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. He's already lost a bunch of money with the company, so money's not a motivation for him apparently. But it goes back to what we were talking about like a couple months ago. It's like, is he actually a free speech guy? And is free speech a principle worth like, dying for, basically?
Right. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, this is a very scary thing with like, I mean, almost espionage, I guess, would that be the right word for like,
yeah.
And I think he said governments, like plural. So I'm wondering if that means
you got to assume the Chinese.
I would assume that's foreign governments, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming from what Elon's saying here is that foreign governments have been looking at people's Twitter DMs. So I mean, that's government officials, that's businesses, that's me and you, all right? That's like anyone. I mean, we should all be like, scared, I guess.
It's the president of the United States, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, all that stuff. I mean, the Chinese, everyone's like Russia. It's like I'm sure Russia had access to that stuff. China had access to that stuff.
Yeah. That's scary.
That's freaky.
That's like national security problems.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to the next clip.
What percentage of your staff did you fire at Twitter? One of the great business stories of the year.
I think we're about 20% of the original size.
So 80% left.
Yes.
So
I mean, a lot of people voluntarily.
Sure. But it's 80% are gone from the day you took over.
That's correct. Yes.
So how do you run the company with only 20% of the staff?
It turns out you don't need all that many people to run Twitter.
But 80%? That's a lot.
Yes. If you're not trying to run some sort of glorified activist organization and you're not care that much about censorship, then you can really let go of a lot of people, it turns out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that boy just cleared house. He's like, if you're not running a glorified
activist organization.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he find? I remember he was on Twitter like right after he bought the company. There was a closet at the Twitter headquarters, and it had all these like T-shirts that they were handing out to the Twitter employees about like don't be racist or what, or some BLM stuff. I don't know, something like that.
Here we are at the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of
secret closet
of hashtag woke T-shirts.
It's like the TikToks where it's like, it's like a day in my life as a Twitter employee.
Welcome to a day in my life as a Twitter employee.
Yeah, and there's just some girl like going around like eating a salad at the salad bar and being like going to a little cubicle meeting and then be like, this is my relaxation room. Just go do some yoga. Like it's like, are you even working? It's like
no.
It's like Also, you're like it's like going into the Quit Twitter headquarters is like some event for you because you don't even work there anyway. You're like working from home or whatever, doing who knows what.
Yeah. You know? They're having a blast. They're exhausted.
Yeah, they're just like, well, what they're doing is they're censoring people and maybe, I don't know, interfering with and stuff.
Yeah.
If I can say that, but
they're scrolling through people's DMs and complaining about how stressed out they are. So they need to go to the bar and get a chai tea and a latte, and then we had a quick yoga powwow session. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. They just got rid of all those people, and they're actually doing more stuff with less people too. Like they got that edit button going. Later in that interview, Elon literally called it that it took so long to get the edit button done and figured out working. He called it a comedy situation.
Have you tried using Twitter's search function? It is the most Down syndrome search option that exists on the planet. It's like I don't know. You'd be better off using Google in 1999 or whatever. It's horrible.
Wow. Okay. Let's go to the next one.
What's happening is they're training the AI to lie.
Yes.
It's bad.
To lie. That's exactly right. And to withhold information.
To lie and yes, comment on some things, not comment on other things, but not to say what the data actually demands that it say.
How did it get this way? But you funded it at the beginning. What happened?
Yeah, well, that'll be ironic. But the most ironic outcome is most likely, it seems.
That's crazy. I mean, the AI is probably what's sourcing, New York Times and all these top publications. So these top publications are forming its opinion, or the algorithm's opinion about what's true, what's not true.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're censoring it essentially. So they don't want. They're telling it no, yes, because it can see the data, it can see the real data, but then it's telling it, don't say this data, or
because it's a lie. Yeah.
And I think both of us have played with ChatGPT, which is OpenAI or whatever. That was originally Elon's thing, and he's originally the kind of guy who was behind it and got everything together, funded it, everything else, and then he was so busy with SpaceX and Tesla and everything else that it kind of escaped him a little bit. And now it's mainly actually run by Microsoft, and it used to be a nonprofit. It was like this is OpenAI. It's open.
Microsoft bought him out.
Yeah, I don't know if they bought him out or if they just kind of
contracted him out or something.
Whatever it is, but it's not a nonprofit anymore. It's a for-profit thing.
That's
and
interesting.
It's and that's basically Microsoft, and then Google has their own thing. And then they're doing all of their, AI stuff.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, like you said, it's ironic that he's trying to, hold up this free speech platform while at the same time, it's like you've created this monster that's censoring all these based opinions, and it's like anything that goes against the mainstream narrative. It's clear that the AI, I've even typed into ChatGPT, criticize. I saw someone had posted this, so I tried it. It was criticize Islam, and it was we don't criticize, that's Islamophobic. It's criticize Judaism. It's that's anti-Semitic. It's criticize, write some criticism about the Catholic Church, and it had a list of things.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're specifically training AI to be anti-Catholic.
That's what it seems. Yeah.
So they're censoring it, so you can't be anti-Semitic, you can't criticize Islam. You probably can't say bad stuff about LGBTQ, whatever.
Oh yeah.
If you start saying that drag queens are linked to pedophilia or something, you're going to be, it's no, I can't say that. But it will say bad stuff about Catholics.
Yeah, and it probably, the I don't know how the algorithm works, but it probably looks at the community guidelines for YouTube and whatever, and that's how it probably forms its opinion of things.
Right. Wow, that's crazy, man. All right, let's go to the next one.
I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I actually voted for Biden. Not saying I'm a huge fan of Biden, because I think that would probably be inaccurate. But we have difficult choices to make in these presidential elections. It's not. I would prefer, frankly, that we put someone, just a normal person, as president, a normal person with common sense, and whose values are smack in the middle of the country. Center of the normal distribution, and I think that would be great.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Biden's a normal person with common sense.
No, well, I mean, you can obviously tell. This is billionaire Elon Musk voting for Biden over Trump. So
that's dumb.
That's a social issue thing. He obviously, because I mean, Elon's a little bit more socially left leaning. He's a more socially liberal, but I mean, he's a conservative on, he's a businessman. You kind of have to be a little conservative.
He's so weird.
if
Like,
you're a
how are you gonna? Yeah. Like,
that's
you have
obviously a social issue vote. That's like I want abortion and I want, you're like, I want left leaning social issues.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm voting for Biden over Trump in 2020. Are you kidding me?
I feel like he's like an Obama, like, social Democrat. You know what I mean? Like, he's against, because he'll meme against the woke stuff.
Right.
But when something like, gay marriage or all that, he's like, oh yeah. I mean, he's
Well, even Trump's like,
well, yeah, it's true. Even Trump is
like LGBTQ.
Yeah. That's interesting. To his point, yeah, I think that would be a good idea to get someone with some common sense in the White House. Someone who's, at least on the natural law level. Again, Donald Trump's not even on the natural law. Donald Trump's pro LGBT. Trump said some really base things about abortion and about prosecuting women that murder their children. But that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really will surprise a lot of people, that because people kind of look to Elon as like this conservative icon or something. He's not.
He's not.
No,
He's
not a conservative.
People need to understand that too. And I mean, it's interesting that he would vote for Biden to the point about like his like financials. I think these billionaires are always, it doesn't matter really who's in office, they're going to find loopholes in the government. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's really it's always the middle class that gets squished. I'm sure he found a way to write off a bunch of stuff with Twitter, and I'm sure he's doing fine, regardless of who's in there. They always find their way.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's go to the next one.
We have souls, and that makes us sentimental and reflective. It gives us a moral sense, longings. Can a machine ever have those things? Can a machine be sentimental? Can it appreciate beauty?
Well, I mean, we're getting into some, philosophical areas that are hard to resolve. I take somewhat of a scientific view of things, which is that we might have a soul or we might not have a soul. I don't know. It feels like I feel like I've got some sort of consciousness that exists on a plane that is not the one we observe.
Yes.
That is certainly how I feel, but it could be an illusion. I don't know.
Okay, that's just dumb.
Yeah, Elon, you have a soul. We all have souls. And yeah, of course you feel something because it's there.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, what do you mean you don't know if you have a soul?
Unless Elon's like a robot. I mean, then that would be like the one exception.
Yeah, I mean, Elon is the whole, we might live in a simulation kind of guy.
Yeah.
So this is kind of his kind of cliche thing, I feel like.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
But I mean, that's, doesn't align with Catholicism at all, Christianity.
No.
Or actually, honestly, almost any religious view is that, you have a soul.
When he says he takes the scientific approach, like, clearly, I mean, all the data, all the evidence points back to you having a soul. I mean, there's so much evidence for, like, okay, I even raise up my arm. It's like that's my will. That's something beyond just a collection of neurotransmitters shooting off and me moving my arm like that.
Right.
There's science only takes you so far is essentially what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, it's isn't that interesting? The scientific approach? Again, the guy's not a conservative. He's not a conservative. He's not even a Christian, really. I mean, if you don't think you have a soul, you're not a Christian. Yeah.
So Elon might be for free speech, but is he a good guy? I guess we'll have to maybe leave that up to the audience to decide. And on that note, Max, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
Great. Bring you on again if Elon does anything crazy with Twitter or AI. So it's always nice to have you.
I need to become an Elon expert because this is the third time I've been on Red Top about Elon. So
yeah, and there's, when you come on, I tend to do pretty good.
Yo, so. Elon, if you're watching, I would love to sit down and chat with you.
Yeah, Elon, you're welcome to come on Red Top. So you can come talk with Max and
we'll try to work it into our schedule if you're
Yeah, we're pretty busy these days.
Yeah.
Maybe fit you in or something. A little 20-minute thing. Or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's gonna be it, guys, for this one. So follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, guys, come on, follow us on Twitter. Red Top's actually kind of popping on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok. We're kind of there too.
Don't send us any racist or like.
Don't DM us on Twitter.
Yeah, don't DM us on Twitter.
Yo, yeah, don't DM us on Twitter, guys.
Anyways, to sum all this up, like and subscribe to the video. That lets the algorithm know that you like this kind of content. And feel free to give us a lot of money at the link in the description, buymeacoffee.com. Thanks for watching, and God bless.